The Battle of Toronto in New Brunswick. Only in the National Preparatory Association. Crestwood, Toronto Basketball Academy, TBA. Fresh out the bus, as they like to say. Didn't take long for a long two. I'm going to have to get used to these guys.
Quick one out the gate.
Some new faces here on this Toronto basketball squad, including on the sideline. Head coach John Clara taking over the reins. Jahan going to the line. Oh, got some cowbells.
Luis Pacheco came down awkwardly, either that or a Charlie horse.
He got a knee to the thigh. Hoping that's just a Charlie horse taking that knee over there. Pacheco checks out, but the luxury that Crestwood has is they then bring in Ashraf Chadua, who has shown some great flashes at this session. And Crestwood has just come out here and run the table. This will be their final game of the session.
And from what I've seen so far, they're a true national contender. If I was to name two right now, it would be Crestwood #1 and Edge #2. Mind you, I haven't seen all of the teams yet.
And then the back-to-back champs, Canada Top Flight Academy. Always in the mix. Ooh. Chadua tried to step in for that steal. A couple of times this weekend we've seen him just be a little bit behind and picking up those fouls. Sami Jahan calling out the play. Crestwood doing what they do, getting hands in the passing lane, lots of deflections. Jacoby Neath. Amir Golazadeh, one of the stars of this TBA squad. Back out, 3-ball, front rim, unlucky roll for Kendall Saunders out of North Preston, Nova Scotia. When he rolled into the gym, some big hugs around to some friends and family who are in attendance for this one.
Actually, I'm a big fan of this lineup right here. They don't necessarily need to be playing with a true big man. Forwards and guards, wings and forwards, you can call them.
Trayvon Thomas, who's also had himself an outstanding session. Elijah Fisher comes up with the loose ball. A nice, easy, gentle rim visit.
First of many, I'm sure.
Ooh. Foul on the floor, and Ashraf Chadua thought he was going to smash his head off the backboard there. Got up. TBA got in at about 2 a.m. last night after the long drive from Toronto, and they got 2 games here today. Another one tomorrow before they turn around and head back, doing their part to grow this game and grow this league across Canada. Neath, Thomas working it around. Elijah Fisher, no good. Crestwood played 2 yesterday, 2 wins. And back on the floor today. Foul called, back to the line. Kendall Saunders. You hear Kobe Antwi saying we got to break this press. TBA has come out looking to put a little pressure on Crestwood. These two teams know each other fairly well. Fisher picks up the dribble, gets swallowed up. TBA wants to play high pressure D. Trayvon Thomas back the other way. Kobe Antwi, Elijah Fisher, a little give and go. Antwi, 2 off glass. Now Crestwood getting out there. Marcus Masters, first time I said the name today. Ooh. And another Ashraf Chadua putting in work. This kid is a defensive anchor when he's out there. Still some work to be done there, but going to be very interested to see his finished product this season. Jacoby Neath.
Definitely a project piece for the next level, but he does. Ashraf got a lot of good things going on in his game. Good rim protector, anticipation, and timing.
Somebody who I think we'll see grow as this season progresses, that's for sure. 3 is good. Saunders with his personal cheering section in attendance. Fisher. Little pull-up floater, Jacoby Neath, no good on the putback. Crestwood getting on the offensive glass. Can't come up with it.
33.
Sammy Jahan getting the start here for Toronto Basketball Academy.
You have to fill me in on some of these guys. Don't really know much of the new faces. That's a guy I know, Marcus Masters, gets it to go.
He's probably the most, I guess because of his size, he's one of the more underrated point guards in the league, but he's a guy who just knows how to get it done.
Pitbull out there, Marcus Masters.
A lot of people doubted his brother, Javon Masters, when he was coming out of high school, ended up being a AUS all-conference player, an MVP.
Points leader. Is it all U Sports over a 5-year career, or was it a UNB record? Was it University of Brunswick he was at?
He definitely had a school record, but then also had an MVP season in terms of leading scorer for the league.
Put up some huge numbers.
And sometimes that means a lot more than going to an NCAA program and sitting on the bench for 4 years or transferring back. He got an opportunity to get major minutes from the jump and build a real profile for himself before taking it pro.
Refs are getting together to double check the clock. Trayvon Thomas. Jacoby Neath hasn't been able to get it going offensively as of yet. Misses on the drive. Crestwood almost got it back. Mir Golazade comes out with it. Pull up 3, no good. All over the offensive glass. Saunders putback is good. Kobe Antwi. There's Pacheco back in the game after that early Charlie horse, and he is a beast. Interesting you brought up Javon Masters, University of New Brunswick product, considering we're out here in New Brunswick. To the line to shoot 2.
Lewis, tough take, contested.
And I was correct, that is Javon Masters with the U Sports basketball scoring record for his career. As you mentioned, staying back home in Canada to raise the game at the university level and ends up cementing his name in the record books. A lot of one-on-one basketball here so far. Jahan, no good. A lot of contact down low. Neath and Masters, these are two guys who are going to get to know each other pretty well after their NPA careers. Ooh, Kobe Antwi showing that athleticism.
And he's playing himself into an excellent role player on this team. Sometimes looked at as a second and third option, and can be a first realistically. Good cut by Masters. Contested by Trayvon Thomas. There's Jacoby Neath on the breakdown. Takes the body contact, but it's no good.
Ooh, Masters dribbled it out of bounds. Crestwood up 4. Sorry, TBA up 4. I was just going to follow that up with Crestwood had a slow start against Halifax Prep as well. And then they ended up winning that one by 20. Both teams a little bit sloppy. I think both teams have a reason to be that way in the early going. Crestwood playing their 4th game. They fly out after this one, while TBA playing their first of 3.
And usually Crestwood is the aggressor putting on the press, and now they're feeling it on the other side, having to break it for the first time.
Fisher with the steal. Trayvon Thomas, Jacoby Neath, no good. Gets it back. Wow. Jacoby Neath, a little snake bitten to start this one.
And Kobe Antwi's doing everything right so far from what I've seen. I mean, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes on the floor. He's definitely a plus. So I'd love to have a look at his plus minus and see where he's at. Efficiency's up there.
Thomas. Antwi just bowling his way in there. Got tripped up. What a different look Kobe Antwi has with the body this year too. Start last year, still had a little of that extra weight on him, and we saw that kind of melt off as the season progressed, and now seeing him broader shoulders. Definitely looks like a totally different player. 2:06 left here in the opening quarter. Stay with us. We'll be back live on North Pole Hoops YouTube channel.
Oh yeah!
We're back live. New look, Toronto Basketball Academy, some new faces. Head coach John Clare on the sidelines with Adil Saibzada, the program director of Toronto Basketball Academy and BTB, moving on to the JUCO coaching ranks. There's Jacoby Neath.
That's easy money.
Well,
That's easy
it
money
hasn't been
for him.
easy for him so far. This is the most he's had to battle yet in this session.
Yep, and I mean, I was speaking relative to that play in particular. You got a much smaller defender on you.
Golizade, Amir Golizade with the basket and the bump. Big season for Amir coming up. Means a lot.
Amir's recruitment's really picked up over the last little while. A lot of the mid-majors really taken interest. I think ultimately that's where he best fits, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the high majors get involved with him, some of the bigger conferences, some of the Power Fives, I should say. Got Patrick Emelian, who's moved on. He's at Western Michigan. Expected to have a pretty big season. I've been in contact with the coaching staff there. We've been working with them for a while, and I'm hearing nothing but good things. He's making the adjustments for the next level. He's put on some mass as well. Definitely looking forward to tracking him this season.
Looks very engaged out there, does Amir Golizade. Nice extra pass. Marcus Masters getting the roll. TBA starting to get warmed up right now.
An unselfish play that time by Amir Golizade, passing up a good shot for the better one. And they look, for the first time in this event, Crestwood looks a little bit sped up. Credit that to TBA's defense here. Sami Jahan pushing.
Saunders short. Foul called. Back to the line to shoot two, under a minute left. Really good pace to this first quarter.
And for coaches at the U Sports level who are watching right now, if I'm in your shoes and I'm looking for a point guard, Sami Jahan's somebody that you got to have at the top of your watch list or your depth chart. This is a kid that's just super high IQ, low maintenance, really does it all.
We'll be back to RNS after a short break. Game 2 of 5 today. Crestwood and TBA Battle of Toronto out here in the Maritimes. Next up, we got GTA Prep and the host school, Rothsay Netherwood. Neath, calm, cool, collective. Facing just a little bit of pressure there. Kobe Antwi. Pass is picked off. And a reach in there. Kashawn Laddie. Golizade gets the first. Ooh, front rim's the second. Jacoby Neath.
Yesterday you saw him with the stop and pop. Good look inside while he's on the move.
Pacheco took a shot, no whistle. Tough take. Trevon Thomas thought it was good to beat the buzzer. Crestwood taking their first 10-point deficit heading into a quarter. See how they respond. Stay with us. Toronto Basketball Academy has arrived here in the Maritimes and have come out to grab a 10-point lead on Crestwood. I'm sure they've been watching from back home in Toronto and seeing this team run the table out here. Amir Golizadeh from downtown. Like I said, TBA knows this squad fairly well. Neath. That's the Jacoby Neath we've seen at this session. Crestwood, open floor, and Elijah Fisher throwing down.
I'm loving the level of accountability that Coach Russell's putting on Elijah Fisher. This youngster is a prodigy and is going to deal with a lot of high expectation, but it's best that, you know, you don't let anything slip with him. Hold him accountable right from the beginning. Nice ball movement here from TBA. Saunders, who already led with 6, just made it 9, leading scorer in the game so far.
Neath runs into a little trap down there. Trevon Thomas putting in some work. Pull-up jumper is good. You know, he's as important to this team as anybody, Trevon Thomas.
Couldn't agree with you more, man. He was my favorite guy for Crestwood besides Jacoby over the course of the weekend. I felt like he plays a huge role for this team in terms of being a secondary ball handler and really setting up offense for these guys.
Luis Pacheco with that wingspan with the swat. It's the first time we've seen some frustration out of Jacoby Neath in these 4 games. Just hasn't been able to get the roll so far today on a couple of these and ones.
Well, on a couple of them, he's trying the English, or he's trying to put some spin on it. You got to come to a complete jump stop in those situations so that you can regain balance before going up with it. Those are easy ones for him. And he's been shooting it from 3 a lot better than he has from the free throw line. One of 2 for Jacoby Neath at the free throw line.
Jumper's good. Deshaun Laddie. Masters. Jahan gets it stripped back the other way. Jacoby Neath. Ooh. Got the ball on that. And Jacoby finishes it back up. Golzade. Pull up. In and out. Laddie inbounds. Trevon Thomas now. Going back and forth. Marcus Masters. Pull up. Cash, nothing but net.
Their pick and roll offense opens up so much opportunities for these guys because the timing that the guy's rolling to the basket, defender doesn't know whether to take the shot or take the man on his way to the rim.
There's Trevon Thomas. Got the roll. Jahan. Sorry, it's Jovan Rai. Getting the roll, nice finish. Jovan Ray.
You know who the brother of Jovan Ray is? Aaron Ray at Dartmouth.
Oh, another maritime connection. No good. Neath, offensive rebound. Crestwood getting it back. Ashraf Chadua checks in. Ooh, that's a foul. Jacoby took one right in the mush.
And that's where you make it undeniable for the referee to blow the whistle. He came in full force there, looking for the contact and embracing it. Looked like he got hit on the lip.
And you could just see Neath just willed that one through the rim after seeing so many roll out and bounce out so far today. Ooh, Golazade, little Statue of Liberty layup attempt, but it's no good. Neath takes it strong.
And how about Marcus Masters trying to get up there with them?
It's one thing you know about Marcus Masters, he's not backing down from anyone.
Who's here? 34 to blue. 34, we're in it. Get up.
And Neath's been living at the line for the last couple possessions. Big part of that is how well he's attacking it.
Ooh, kept it in bounds, but Neath has it back the other way. That time, Marcus Masters said, I'm not picking up a foul here.
A smart play by Neath, also anticipating what the defender's move was going to be.
Man, Golazade is just getting everybody to bite on that fake.
And that's the skill level of Golazade, man. He reads what the defense gives him and then reacts off of that. We talked about this yesterday in terms of using the fundamentals to your advantage. How many times have you seen Golazade pump fake from the corner, get his guy off of his feet, and then go under?
Chaudhua showing some good body control there, finishing through that. Golazade again. Ooh.
Buckets.
Man, Amir Golazade has been sitting back in Toronto watching these games and said, you know what? I'm about to come out and put my stamp down on the campus of Rothsay Netherwood School. He has been strong here to start it off. Oh, and that was the one time we'd seen Amir Golazade not be smart on the ball that time.
Getting a little excited.
Yep. He just didn't roll to the basket there. .351 to go here. TBA still up 4. They were up double digits after the first.
We got some good games coming up. Kudos to whoever made this schedule. We got RNS and GTA Prep up next. Then we got Halifax and TBA. Those are some really good matchups.
Yes, the scheduling gods were on our side for this session. A lot of teams playing 2 today, but with the expanded rosters this season, should help keep some healthy, fresh bodies out there. Sammy John. He and Marcus Masters in the backcourt. Kendall Saunders now back to Masters. He and Neath. Little mano-a-mano action here on both ends of the floor.
And it's going to be really tough for Masters to get by Neath because of the length, and when he drops his hips and gets wide, really
Masters
takes away a lot of those angles.
Shot clock violation. Once again, we're at the East National session here, Rothsay, New Brunswick. There we go, Jacoby Neath. Really trying to find his flow here early in the game, and big time 3 cuts it to 1. Back comes TBA, Marcus Masters wide open in the corner. Marcus Masters is really gonna, he and Amir Golazade this season, will be very interesting to see how those two continue to progress as seniors.
Definitely a powerful tandem off of Neath's foot that time. He's upset with himself. Kind of just want to let that one go. He's been playing well over the course of this East Coast session here in New Brunswick at Rothsay Netherwood. Rothsay, the home team, will be playing up next against GTA Prep, which they should match up with pretty well, considering it's both guard play dominated on both teams. Elijah
How do you
Fisher.
lose that guy?
That's the signature transition dunk for him. I mean, just with complete ease.
Golizade.
Good on him for following his shot.
Oh, he's going to put it up again. And you hear the bench saying, no, no, no. But don't follow up that good play by pulling again.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is he's just so confident at this point. But then, yes, you're looking at it from the bench's angle, and you say, hey, we just reset the shot clock. Let's get a good one.
Fisher. One dribble, pulled it up. Trevon Thomas tried to bail him out, couldn't get it to go. Golizade. Put back is good.
Eisen Khan, class of 2019, another U Sports special for the U Sports coaches that are watching online right now.
Marcus Masters got a hand on it.
Matthew Nelson's getting an earful before coming in. Coach Russell wants him to play with much higher energy considering his length and his athleticism. He's capable of doing some special things when he's fully engaged.
These are the games for coaches, trap games. Final one of the session. We've had no problem to this point. It's one of those ones right before you get on the plane that can come back to hurt you. And every game counts in the National Preparatory Association. And you hear Ro Russell, how you leaving them open?
Golizade, go.
AG's an OG in the NPA. He's looking to make an impact in his senior season. That's deep from Thomas. Jacoby Neath had a drop right in his lap. Marcus Masters said, can't believe that happened. It's a 7-point lead for TBA. They're going to hold for the final shot. 12 seconds on the clock. Pull up. No good. Jacoby's going to pull it. Ooh, I thought that was going in. 7-point lead, TBA. Wouldn't want to be in that locker room at halftime. Crestwood wanting to come out of here, sweeping their 4 games. Stay with us.
Loads of potential. Kobe McEwen. He defended a lot of the top guys in this camp. Players Jalen Warren. All the way. Here, good walk. Give it up.
He can do that? He can do that?
Pick it up, Jalen.
Oh my God!
Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10.
Jalen Llewellyn, MVP.
So across the country, we've been able to go to every city and really get guys better, and then watch them compete and tell the country, about how good they are. And you're going to be more proud to be a part of all of that. Kids are getting better. Kids are getting exposure. It's awesome.
This event is fantastic. I think you guys, North Pole Hoops, does a tremendous service for basketball in this country. And talking with Kyle Julius, my brother, we never had this when we were growing up. We never had the exposure camps. And I think it's something that people need to start to look at and take advantage of, because regardless if you're the best kid at that camp, you're going to get noticed. And I think that's something that these kids need to understand. And for you guys to go across the country and do these events, it's a tremendous thing.
I think what you guys are doing here in Quebec is us on the map, so to speak. I think it's as far as my responsibility, I want to get the word out there, especially with my affiliation with the national team, as to where we can make our players here in Quebec even more exposed, more noticeable. And what you guys at North Pole Hoops are doing is creating that opportunity.
A competitive person competes for a player or two, right? Competes. But a competitor always tries to find a way to win.
When we're talking top prospects across the country, it doesn't matter if you're the top guy in Ontario, because now you have to be the top guy in Canada. And then it doesn't matter that you're the top guy in Canada, because the States has 350 million people.
I like seeing all you guys' hands go up when you talk about NCAA. Because a lot of times from here, we don't believe. That's the only thing that it is. It's just believing. You know, you guys have the talent and just the work ethic, and you guys can all put it in today.
Ici, il y a un écran sur la balle, ils disent switch. Il y a un deuxième écran sur la balle, ils disent rien. Pull-up jumper wide open.
I think it would be easier to get recognized because of North Pole Hoops. You know, you guys are out there recognizing, identifying people because you know that there are diamonds in the rough. Back then, as the national team, it was easy to get exposure. So if I could have the access to exposure that the kids get now, I think I would have seen my opportunity in a different way. I would have been as afraid of the opportunity, not necessarily afraid, but I would have known more about the opportunity, known the value of the opportunity, known even the end game of the opportunity. If I knew if the climate was the same now as it was then.
I don't care if it's 4:30 left and we're up by 100. Do you hear me? You play one way and that's hard. Got me? Yeah. So, let's go.
Right here. Foul! Add one. Let's go, boy!
I'm going to go precision. If you can't be precise, you can't play.
Reach. Smooth. Flow. I'm 6'9", 270. I can do it lightly. You guys should be able to.
Every single one of you guys in this gym. It's about competing and seeing where you are to know, all right, I'm leaving camp, I know what I got to work on.
If I'm evaluating a prospect and he can't play defense, you know what that tells me? That tells me I can't trust him. I can't trust you if you don't play defense.
Tell him, space out, move. You gotta direct the show, okay? Right. And you gotta keep go get it. If he's not here, ball. Communicate, right? That's next level stuff.
It's on the community's involvement as well. There's a lot of people that help, and you know what? That's what really North Pole Hoops is all about. It's about continuing to build culture, continuing to build community within the game, and you know, helping the game elevate here in this country.
We want to invest into the game. We want to work with the community, and we feel that it's extremely important to work together as a community, from high school coaches to club coaches to different stakeholders. It's extremely important to work together. As we always say, it takes a village to raise a child. We really believe that, and we want to execute that.
That one hurt on the inside.
Here's Mr. Akot, goes right down the lane with the slab. It's in running. Here's Akot.
Euro step.
Akot dancing on him.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Number one.
Casey comes out. He gives it up. But Moonreath is open. Luell says, who cares?
Wow!
Who cares?
Luell ACAD over AJ Lawson. This is a heck of a performance from Luell ACAD.
Back to live game action. Neath. Ooh, Fisher got it blocked. Jahan got
Amir Gulitsade. I'm loving the way he's moving the ball, man. He's scoring and moving it great in transition. You see him coming off of a rebound, and he's a guy that can bring up the ball for you. That's added value. Bailout there. And see, this is key moments right here where Jacoby grabs the younger Fisher and tries to instill either some confidence or assess his play. You can see Fisher getting a little frustrated, and it's a natural process for the youngster as he, almost a big block there that could have been called a goaltend as a slap on the glass.
Trevon Thomas. Jacoby Neath trailing on the play, runs out to Pacheco's screen. Neath looks like he may be tiring a little bit after this schedule in this session. Crestwood has put in some tremendous work, but really didn't look tired at all yesterday, playing 2 games and just running up and down the floor. Trevon Thomas.
Stop and pop, baby, yep. Mid-range. He's got that in his arsenal.
Really interested to see what happens in this second half. You know, TBA, are they going to run out of gas after coming in off the bus? Nice. Pick and roll play. Or is Crestwood, are they running out of gas as their session comes to an end? The flight home approaching. Pushing it. TBA playing their style of game, pushing the lead up to 11. Jacoby Neath forcing it, no good. Pacheco, that was, I don't know how you argue that call. I could hear the slap from here. I'm sure you heard it at home. Marcus Masters. Oh, diving to the rim, no call. Ison Khan.
I think one thing with Toronto Basketball Academy that's pretty noticeable this season is they have a higher understanding of attacking gaps in the defense and understanding angles a little bit better. They've been really good off of closeouts and known how to react.
Timeout on the floor. 2.5 minutes in. Stay with us. We'll be right back. To live game action. Ooh, that's a travel. Crestwood not getting the whistle there, Jacoby Neath.
Great explosive first step from Marcus Masters, turning the defense's attention towards him, and it's a quick drop off.
Trevon Thomas getting it to go. Tie up, jump ball's called.
And this is very unlike Crestwood. You see Trayvon Thomas pick up his dribble, which he doesn't normally do. But when he does, he's looking for somebody to come grab it from him, and the guys are out in the corners kind of leaving him on an island.
Masters, quick pass. No good, not even close. Crestwood looking to capitalize now, stuck 10. Kobe Antwi into the paint, drops it off, miscommunication. Like to see the communication between Jacoby Neath and his head coach. Both on the same page, reinforcing the same message, which is always helpful when you're dealing with such high level or
hit
high
to the
caliber
head on that
players.
One. I agree with you, Jason. They're getting it from both angles, so I mean, if they're not going to listen on one side, they got to listen on the other.
And, you know, so many times we see players saying one thing and then the coach having to step in and say, no, 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 that's actually not what we want to do. But you don't see that happening on this side. Kobe Antwi run off the screen. Hold up. Crestwood's legs just looking a little worse for wear right now, and they're not getting back on D.
And the pressure is on. TBA's been excellent throughout this second half here.
Crestwood's going to get it back. Oh, Marcus Masters, hand in the cookie jar, but yeah, stepped out of bounds.
Tried the twinkle toe down the sideline.
I think he knew it too. Nice. Ooh, almost lost it. Pacheco coming down with it.
Strong defense by Saunders, staying vertical.
Another good jump ball. Coach Clara getting after it, making sure his guys stay out of this stuff. Coach Clara all over that. It's TBA squad. Very well coached. I mean, just seeing the first 2.5 quarters. Pacheco.
Coach Clara has been involved in the Toronto basketball community for quite some time. I mean, since I was a kid. You know, he's worked with a lot of the city's highest caliber. It's a good move on TBA bringing him in.
Oh, Nice. Almost with the steal and save, but stepped out of bounds. Corner three is good. Ison Khan.
You're going to see Ison's recruitment pick up pretty significantly at the U Sports level. I think he's already got some interest in the Western Ontario area.
Neath. Three ball, looks like he got hit on the hand, but he'll take the tray. Cutting the lead back down to 10. Crestwood trailing this entire game. Wide open again, but he stepped out on the sidelines. These are the type of things that, you know, are frustrating as they happen, but you understand that this helps, how this helps a player going to gyms in different provinces that they're not used to, stepping out of bounds when they're not used to it, just getting used to playing in unfamiliar territory, because guess what? You're going to see that at the next level.
Yeah, you're going to get different levels of refereeing. You're going to get different fan bases who get in your head and, you know, just being in different gyms altogether.
On the run again, out of control.
Didn't need to reach on him on that one. He was already getting himself into trouble the way he was going downhill.
once again. .337 to go here in the third. Pull up from range. Kobe Antwi has not had the feel from distance in this game.
I think just not enough legs under him. Got to already be on stance before the catch. That's Sami Jahan that time. Or sorry, excuse me, Aizen Khan.
Getting the hands in there. Crestwood's going to get it back with 11 on the shot clock. Definitely the beginning of a rivalry here, or the continuation of a rivalry. A lot of these players well acquainted with each other. Conversations happening after whistles. Marcus Masters shooting the tech.
What was the tech for, Jason? I missed that.
A little conversation, a little nose-to-nose action.
Who and who? Sorry, I just looked down for a second. Put out a tweet.
I believe that was Elijah Fisher. Didn't end up hearing the official call, but I believe it was Elijah Fisher. For TBA, Tyjon Graham hasn't been backing down from anybody today, and he was there to welcome the conversation. Oh, that's the Crestwood D we haven't seen really yet today. That kind of free safety, steals, interceptions, if you were.
And they went with a man press that time to speed them up.
These negative steps on the sidelines really hurting TBA. Timeout. Head coach John Clare wants to talk it over for TBA. Stay with us. We'll be back to Rothesay, New Brunswick.
Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email mdotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season.
We're back, 2:30 to go in the third quarter. The Crestwood Lions sitting at 3-0 on the season, staring at a deficit throughout this game. Need to get a prolonged streak together, haven't been able to in this game. But we know what they're capable of. Sean Laddie, that's an over and back. As the stands start filling up for the 3 p.m. GTA Prep RNS game. Amir Golizadeh, he has not been off the mark today. I think the minute he stepped off the bus, he was in range.
Can't disagree with that one, man. He's been solid today. He's got to be near 30 points.
Jahan
on the day.
Masters, TBA, getting up and down.
I think the rest of the teams that had already played against Crestwood had thought, hey, this is the team to beat here. Now TBA comes and has this kind of showing.
I feel like this is a Kobe Antwi lawn too.
He's super efficient, man. I'm liking what he's producing in the minutes that he's had.
I feel like this is an example of a team coming off the second half of a back-to-back. Maybe they've been on a bit of a, maybe if it were the NBA, a Chicago, New York, Brooklyn trip, coming back.
I could get with that.
And they have someone waiting for them.
Yeah,
who's
I could get with that.
And again, this league, we're about growing the game, exposure, student athletes, but it's also about getting these guys ready for the next level and everything that they're going to face. One of the points of emphasis throughout this session has been the new FIBA accessories rule. And try to keep up with that, get your head spinning. Compression shorts are okay as long as they're above the knee. Compression shirts are okay as long as they're short sleeve. Arm sleeves are okay as long as they're the same color as everybody else. Ooh, the ref with the assist to Jacoby Neath. Spiking it home.
He tried to get out of the way, but he's a part of the game.
It's amazing how people don't know that rule, that a ref is a part of the court. The ball just happens to bounce off the ref a little different than it does the floor.
Good look to the outside.
Yeah. TBA is just spreading the floor, and their perimeter game has traveled well from North Toronto. Neath is going to have to get it over. Ooh, Antwi, no good. Gets it back. Trevon Thomas now. Shot clock's turned off. Antwi getting into the lane. No good, getting after it on the glass. Elijah Fisher has been quiet today. A little put back off glass. Masters pulling up. Ooh, I thought that was going as well. A 12-point deficit. Crestwood facing it, heading into the fourth. Big fourth quarter coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back to RNS in New Brunswick.
It's not a game. This is not a game. Don't waste your time. This is not for everybody. So you got to make a decision by the end of today if this is really what you want. Okay? I'm a 5'8" Arab kid, comes from a low-income family. My family was on welfare when we came up. Nobody expected us to be have North Pole Hoops in the position that we're in. But everyone that said no saw how hard we grinded and just beat down walls. So now, if you're not going to waste your time, your parents' time, your coaches, don't waste mine either. Because I fought for everything that I've got. And if you want it bad enough, I'm telling you, fight for it. Are we all on the same page?
Look around the room, someone you don't know is watching you, and someone's going to talk about you after this, and you know, you want them to be able to say the right thing, and you know, that'll help send you in the right direction.
Those guys are here from 7 in the morning training because they want it. Let your game talk, right?
Toronto Basketball Academy taking the 12+ hour drive from North Toronto out here to Rothesay, New Brunswick. They've taken on the only undefeated team in this session and have themselves a 12-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Antwi gets the roll. Crestwood hasn't had one guy who's really been able to be consistent throughout this day. So who are they going to find in this fourth quarter?
Good hesitation by Sammy.
Oh, Masters, nice look. Great find to Kendall Saunders.
And it's a wake-up call for the rest of the league.
This could be it. It could be the Jacoby Neath time right now. Big dunk to finish the third. Nice basket there to start the fourth. Oh, but Marcus Masters, big swat, Chadua. Oh, and Chadua. That could go either way. Chadua had a hand on the jersey. That really could have went both ways. Chadua had a hold on the jersey. I think they're calling that. Kendall Saunders was pulling him back at the same time.
Somebody's going to get it.
It's a big fourth quarter right now. I think you can feel it here in the gym. Neath patrolling that D. Just a little short. Chadua battling. Masters, pull up. No good. Getting after it on the glass. Both these teams want this win. Neath, end to end.
I think Coach Clara's got to be really satisfied with the quality of shots that TBA is getting.
I think Ashraf Chadua getting a little tired out there. Luis Pacheco about to check back in for Crestwood. Take a look at Amir Golazadeh at the line. Shooting two. Golazadeh at the line. Ten-point lead, Toronto Basketball Academy. Trevon Thomas. Pull up. No good. Push on the back goes uncalled. Jacoby Neath goes back up with it. Tell you this, man, Jacoby Neath doesn't want to get on that plane with any L's.
Nope. No, sir. National team member, highly recruited NCAA prospect, trying to leave the season with a championship under his belt.
Antwi gets it sent back. Golazade getting it done on both ends.
Smart move by Masters. Thought about making the outlet pass. I really hope that Beast is watching this game. This is a game that they could learn a lot from in terms of, ooh.
That's a foul and one going to the line. Elijah Fisher.
Aizen Khan on the first one played it clean.
Jacoby Neath has a look of confidence in his eyes right now. I think he knows his team has a run left in them. Masters. Masters gets it to go. Just kind of bullied his way in there. Throwing a bit of an elbow the way of Trevon Thomas. There's Jacoby with the rock. Couldn't get it to go. Oh, it comes up with the steal. Jacoby Neath is battling. Elijah Fisher, I'm telling you right now, I'm loving the fire I'm seeing from Jacoby Neath, trying to put his team on his back right now.
That's what leaders do. That's what seniors do. They're looking for somebody to be their leader.
He's not standing out there on the perimeter asking for the ball. He's in there battling for the offensive glass, and then Luis Pacheco brings it down.
That was excellent defense by Luis Pacheco. Played it up completely vertical, and if he could play defense like that on a consistent basis, he's going to put himself in a really good position to, number one, stay on the floor, but then also to get a lot more interest in offers as that type of player that can defend, can deflect.
I did send them, but you're there now. Coach.
6:33 to go here. They're just checking in at the scorer's table to find out about the timeout situation. Refs are going to get together. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
NPH Scouting Service. The NPH Scouting Service is another platform for exposure with a network of over 300 coaches and scouts from some of the most recognizable brands and programs. Our scouts are constantly evaluating talent to ensure accuracy and credibility. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Right down the lane with the slab. It's in running. Here's ACAD.
Euro step.
ACAD dancing on him.
Ooh, wow. Smooth.
ACAD. Wow.
Another one.
Taking a look at Jacoby Neath and Marcus Masters, that is going to be a matchup to watch this entire NPA season. Ooh, drive and dish. Pacheco gives it back to Javon Thomas. Don't know about that pass back, but worked out well. He's going to line to shoot 2, stopping the clock. Stuck 5. Masters, D'd up by Thomas. Oh, shiny dime for Marcus Masters. Foul called. Going to the line will be Kendall Saunders. Masters, Garden, Neath tight. Drive, kick. Kobe Antwi just has not been able to get the stroke going from range. Would be a different game if he had been shooting at his regular clip. Marcus Masters, out, Jahan, no good. Amir Golizadeh, who's been silent. I haven't said that name for a while. This is a 50-50 call. What a great take on the charge. Javon Thomas, smallest man on the floor, putting his body on the line, getting laid out by Amir Golizadeh. You don't think Crestwood wants to go home 4-0? They have battled this entire game, and what a great test for them.
They were down as much as 14 at one point. You had a couple big plays by Jacoby Neath, who really flipped up the momentum.
Look at Jacoby getting back on D. Ooh, picked up a foul, though. Just maybe a little too over-aggressive, tried to get there. Basket in the bump, going to the line, looking for the three-point play, Sami Jahan. Midway point of the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for TBA. Neath, front rim. Masters working on Trevon Thomas. Drop off.
They just move so well off the ball. There's never a standstill from either player. It's 2 seconds and the ball's out of their hand, or they're making a move away from the ball.
You know, Kobe Antwi hasn't had it going from range, but a couple of those Euro steps and drop will help him out.
Their motion offense has been really fluid. And when they get into their sets as well, the timing and execution. Hats off to Coach John Clara, Coach Jovan Begard.
Ooh. Step back three, Marcus Masters.
He's back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We saw where he picked up a lot of interest from some NCAA programs at Nationals, the way he performed there. And 2019 Nationals is expected to be a spectacle.
Extra pass. Timeout.
Take a short break. We'll be right back.
NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit. NPH National Showcase Circuit. From the grassroots level to the pros, a system has been developed through the National Showcase Circuit. North Pole Hoops hosts 3-day camps in Canada's major basketball markets that focus on exposure, skill development, and character development. Top performers go on to receive athletic scholarships in Canada and the United States. There are currently over 200 Canadian men and women playing at the NCAA Division I level. Canada's next top talents are identified at NPH's National Showcase Circuit. NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
Is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide. Email mdotto@northpolehoops.com for any inquiries and special filming requests. Exposure starts here.
Tell me, is it something that I've done again? Say what?
Here's Campbell, look out, one hand down.
Seeing is believing. Create your very own mixtape that showcases your top highlights and skills. And strengthen your recruiting status with a direct video for coaches and scouts. Available at all NPH covered and hosted events nationwide.
We've seen lives change in a matter of one weekend.
All on you.
Everyone has their story. What's yours?
NPH events. There's an opportunity to get involved at the ground level. NPH hosts elite level high school tournaments to national club team championships throughout the course of the season. Now is your chance to get involved with the fastest growing sport in Canada with the industry leaders and influencers. Get in the game today and join NPH in growing basketball in this country.
That that is why Marcus Masters was brought onto this team. Boye on it, step back, Masters. Glad we got that figured out. Yeah. Jacoby Neath, offensive rebound, fouled, going back up. TBA fiery. They got to watch it, though. They're only up 9 right now. Could be a pretty quick swing of things if you pick up a tech. Neath, well short. That's a quick shot, but no box out. Ooh, Masters just all over the place with it, calmed it back down. Ooh, tough move. Going over the back, I believe, on Pacheco. Oh, we're going 2 shots because we're in the bonus. Yeah, Pacheco over the back. TBA ain't doing themselves any favors right now. Opportunity to put this one away. Antwi gets into the lane. That's what I'd like to see more from Kobe Antwi because he's been struggling from range.
Well, I think sometimes he looks first for Jacoby or somebody else to take lead in a situation where they're struggling a little bit.
Lots
and
of
in
contact.
that particular possession, he took matters into his own hands. Followed up with a not so good foul there.
Good communication on this squad. Pacheco knows he has 4 and just kind of said to Elijah Fisher, going to try to avoid getting my 5th if I can. And with Elijah being, you know, the other quote-unquote big, or if we want to call him long.
Long. We'll call him long. Matthew Nelson's struggled a little bit today, so Coach Rowe sitting him out for the latter part of this game.
Kobe Neath met at the rim.
It's been a real good test for Kobe on this one. After having already played 3 games, he's playing his 4th here against a tough one. Coming back to the corner, thought about it.
Thomas, tough take. Good defensive possession, but bailed out. Tajon Graham beating the shot clock with a nice soft touch. Pacheco, he's hit a couple from there in this session. Thought better of it there. Antwi up top. Thomas pulls it. No good. Time running out right now. Fisher picks up the foul. Taking a look at head coach John Clara talking with his boys. Level of coaching in this league getting better alongside the level of the players.
Good combination of experience and youth at the coaching levels as well. Some guys getting to grow with their teams, other guys so experienced.
Neath, no good. TBA, they could hold on and kill some clock here. Swallowed him up, called for the foul. Fisher's going to have a seat. Just over a minute left. My mistake. It was Antwi who fouled out. What a silly foul to take when you're up 13 with a minute left. Little over-aggressive on the full court press. And that's exactly what head coach John Clare is saying. You're stopping the clock for our opponent when we're up 13 points. Timeout on the floor, 1:05 left. We'll be back with the conclusion of this one. There's one thing I've seen from Kellen Tynes. That guy is not afraid. Very pressure. It's so good in traffic.
Coast to coast on that one.
Kellen Tynes, basket plus the foul.
Kellen Tynes again on the blow-by.
Ooh, tough take. You know what? I'm done calling them tough takes. I think for Kellen Tynes it's easy. He is making this a regular occurrence.
Pick in the pocket, Tynes.
Kellen Tynes picking pockets and finishing.
Tynes from deep. Tynes, triple.
A little clarification there. It was Kobe Antwi who'd picked up the 5th foul and fouled out. Meanwhile, Elijah Fisher had picked up a tech, but he had not picked one up previously. That was my mistake, the time that you had looked down and asked me who got teed up, and I missed the call on it. So we got that all squared away. This is an unsportsmanlike foul because the ball was out of bounds. So TBA has come out and has played very well here in their first game of the session, but they have really made the end of this game clunky with some questionable fouls.
Now, I don't know how much of it is that Crestwood has played 3 games already and this is their 4th and probably the toughest opponent.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a true measure. I want to see these guys both with fresh legs to get a true indication of who the better team is.
That's the nature of the beast when you're playing in these national sessions. The travel, the amount of games and the amount of days. Got to get these kids back into school. Trapping them. Golizade kicks it back out. Marcus Masters from range. No good, but offensive rebound. Golizade, extra pass. Masters misses again. Crestwood comes down with it. Leaking out, Elijah Fisher. Neath with the putback. Wow, TBA is just shooting themselves in the foot. This is going to be a lot for Coach Clare to look at. He's going to have a lot of teaching in this final minute. This is not how you play with a lead. Stopping the clock on your own double-digit advantage with a foul in the backcourt, running along the baseline to inbound when you're not allowed to. Neath now almost banked that one in.
For a majority of this game, TBA's played swell. It's just the closeout.
Oh, it's been...
Got to learn to put the chokehold on it.
Ooh, steal. 3-on-0. Neath throwing it down one final time here in the Eastern National Session. Jacoby Neath has had himself an impressive 4-game span, but Crestwood will be heading home with their first loss of the season. It'll be something for head coach Ro Russell to be able to teach his young squad about. Still a long season ahead of us, and TBA picks up the win. Stay with us. We got 3 more coming at you today from RNS.